Violence is a behavior involving physical force intended to hurt someone. This relates to abuse because it is the type of act that is being committed against a person.
A victim is a person harmed as a result of an accident or a crime. This relates to abuse because it is the person who is getting abused.
Cyberstalking is someone who uses the internet or email to communicate with or stalk someone. This relates to abusive crimes because it is the way someone is communicating an act of violence against another. There is a lot of information about a person on social media, so it can be easy to find out many things about someone.
Patriarchy is a system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. This relates to abusive crimes because it holds men at a higher rank than women, so this gives them a power imbalance over us in different situations.
Interparental violence is a type of domestic abuse that involves parents and children. This relates to abusive crimes because it is the power imbalance between authority and is one of the main types of abuse.
Cycle of violence is a dangerous act or pattern of violence repeated over and over again. This relates to abusive crimes because it's the continuous cycle of violence or abuse to a certain person.
Sexual assault is any type of unwanted touch.
Hate crimes can be targeted against any type of race, religion, or sexual orientation.
Learned helplessness is a state that occurs after a person has experienced a stressful situation repeatedly. They come to believe they cannot help or change a situation, so they do not try to. This relates to abusive crimes because it is a feeling that someone who is being abused will feel over time.
Domestic violence is an aggressive behavior within a home, typically involved in the violent abuse of a spouse or partner. This is a violence between significant others.
The rights victims have are the right to dignity and fairness with respect of their privacy, along with reasonable protection from the accused offender and be notified of court proceedings.
They are allowed to be present at all public court proceedings related to the case unless the court determines that the testimony would materially affect the victim if they heard another's testimony in trial. They have the right to confer with the attorney of the government in the case, and they have the right to recession.
Finally, they have the right to hear information about the conviction, sentencing, imprisonment, and release of the offender. These are the Victim Rights Act of 1988.
For someone who works in the human services field, their main goal is to make sure the victim is safe and protected and gets involved with everything he or she needs.
Roughly 31.5% of women and 27.5% of men experience some form of violence in their life.
There's absolutely no way Evan Ford's going for